Hello everyone, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and this is the second of my 3 RWBY videos that are coming out on Wednesday that I'm recording on Tuesday, but this is my reaction to RWBY, the story so far, the volume 1 through 3 recap for RWBY. This is a official Rooster Teeth video that was posted on Monday, and I'm curious to see what it's about, so I'm going to react to it. Obviously, I know what it's about. I've seen RWBY. With the help of various reactors, I've seen RWBY and in ridiculous amount of times, and I know this show very well, pretty inside and out. And yeah, you know, it's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see this, because if you don't know, Season 1 was the cute, not really that great, kind of just character development, you know, beginning of Steven Universe-esque season. Season 2 was kind of the intrigue build-up season, and Season 3 was the holy fucking shit, this show is amazing, what the fuck season. So, it'll be interesting to see how they recap this, and how they do it, and what focus they do. I think it'll be curious, because it's only a few minutes long, so I'm curious to see how they condense the first 3 volumes into a few minutes of recap videos. So this will be interesting, and hey, it's always good to have a refresher. I've rewatched RWBY so many times, I don't need to, like, binge it right before it starts. I have it so firmly in my head that I am good. But this story so far thing, it's something officially made by Rooster Teeth, so I figured why not do a quick reaction to it, even though I don't think I'm going to have much to say in regards to it. But it will be cool just to see some of the old moments actually on camera again, because I obviously only react to stuff once. Anyways, RWBY Volumes 1 to 3 recap, the story so far by Rooster Teeth. We'll commence in 3, 2, 1, and play. Alright, the theme.
In the world of Remnant, humans were born into a hostile world populated by evil creatures known as Grimm.
Who is this? That is not
While a magical
Jen
element
Taylor.
known only as dust has allowed them to fight back for centuries, it is no longer enough.
That's true.
Darkness has returned once more, spreading across the land, pushing humanity behind the walls of 4 remaining kingdoms, each with their own school designed to forge the best warriors ever known. One such school, Beacon Academy, is under the direction of the mysterious headmaster, Ozpin.
You want to come to my school?
More than anything.
Potential huntsmen and huntresses are assembled into combat teams of 4 and put through rigorous training, forcing the students to learn as much about themselves as each other.
Is this
Together,
Winter?
they take their unique weapons and fighting styles and become a force greater than the sun.
It's not quite her
hearts.
voice, but it sounds like her voice actress. Showing some of the badass fighting.
Brightest new students.
Team RWBY.
Ruby Rose.
Today, I get to let my sweetheart do the talking.
Weiss Schnee.
Remember your training, Weiss.
Blake Belladonna.
Not that forward.
Blake Belladonna.
I was raised outside the kingdoms. If you can't fight, you can't survive.
And Yang
Yang
Xiaolong.
Xiaolong.
I always kick my semesters off with
a Yang. Oh, I love that
Together,
shot.
these 4 girls form Team RWBY, with Ruby Rose serving as its leader.
Give it a high five. Yes!
Team RWBY isn't the only combat team in Remnant, though. The world is filled with huntsmen and huntresses from all walks of life.
And these are all
with
in
a staggering
training.
variety of
Most
fighting
of them,
styles
anyways.
and weaponry. In the first 3 volumes of RWBY, our heroes are gathered together at Beacon Academy with the hopes of one day graduating as professional
The 3
huntsmen
volumes
and
act as one season,
What it'll be like when we graduate.
so it makes sense that they're doing a recap now, and this is the first time they did one of these, because it kind of acts as one season.
For graduation day. They're out there, somewhere, planning their next move, and none of us know what it is, but it's coming. Whether we're ready or not.
It's a rocky start for Team RWBY. But over time, the 4 girls learn to work together.
And then everything goes to
and
shit
make
in Volume
friends with
3.
other students along the way.
But if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together.
However, our huntsmen in training also make their fair share of enemies. A crime wave is sweeping over the Kingdom of Vale, and professional thief Roman Torchwick links them all together.
Hello, Cat. You miss me?
A larger conspiracy is revealed, and it soon becomes apparent that dark forces are at work against the kingdoms and huntsmen
Salem
academies.
reveal.
And when they fail and you turn to your smaller soul, know that you send her to the same pitiful demise.
During the third volume of RWBY, students from across Remnant journey to Beacon to compete
let's talk
in
about
a
the
global
third
fighting
volume, right?
tournament. But before a winner is declared, these same dark forces reveal themselves.
Yep.
By the end of the volume, our characters are thrown out into the world, some on their way to try and stop the next threat, while others venture back home to find answers to their own problems.
Are they
Whatever
not
is
going
next
to?
for our girls,
Wow! I gotta give props to the
it
recap.
won't be easy.
The day we're waiting for. This will be the day we open up the door. I don't want to get absolution. Hope you're ready for a revolution. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I have to give a lot of credit to that recap because that recap kind of revealed everything without revealing anything. Like, none of the big moments of Volume 3, like the big spoilerific moments, were in there except the Salem reveal, which the Salem reveal, I mean, we didn't know what she looked like, but we knew such a character existed. We knew that this big boss above Cinder existed. That was foreshadowed earlier in Volume 3. That was foreshadowed earlier in the series. It was actually foreshadowed in Volume 1, Chapter 1, ironically enough. You know, but it was something we didn't realize until we were like, oh, that's the same VA. Hi, Cortana. But yeah, it's really interesting to see this recap, and I really liked how that was edited together. It looked really professional, really well done, and it that's another thing I really like. Like, I like recaps like that. It's really cool, really nice, looked good, showed a lot of clips from a lot of different volumes without really spoiling anything. It kind of gave you a basic idea of the plot without, again, spoiling kind of the more deep shit that they're in. It doesn't really show just how deep the shit is that they're in, but it's really interesting. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a cool way to recap people, but at the same time, I don't think that recap would have been enough. I think that recap more or less is kind of like, oh, Volume 4 is coming, you should binge watch the first 3 volumes if you haven't seen them, because Volume 3 was God tier. So yeah, you know, I think that was kind of more of a, like, especially if you've already seen spoilers for RWBY, if you already know some of the stuff that's going to happen, this is a good video to be kind of like, oh, yeah, kind of give you a basic idea of what's going on, and then hopefully you watch RWBY, you know, you can binge it. It doesn't take that long. I mean, even with 3 volumes, I mean, none of the volumes are long. I mean, each one's longer than the last, but none of them are really that long. So it doesn't take too long to get through RWBY. You can do it in one day. But yeah, it's really, really interesting recap. I really enjoyed that recap, and it stayed away from the big spoiler moments. Like I said, I'd say the closest thing to a big spoiler it gave was showing Salem, and even that really isn't a spoiler that much. That was a cool reveal, but it really, I mean, I was expecting them to show all the big moments that happened in Volume 3, because god damn it, there were a shit ton of huge moments, 2 in particular, and they avoided both of those, which was surprising. I think you guys all know which two moments in particular towards the end of Volume 3. Well, actually, I guess you could say 3 moments. There were 3 moments, because I forgot about the moment in a couple episodes before. Yeah, there were 3 big moments in RWBY Volume 3 that they avoided, all 3 of them completely. But they did hint that the shit went to hit the fan. But you don't really realize how much shit hit the fan. So if there's anyone who is watching RWBY, who has not watched RWBY but decided to watch this reaction, this recap, whatever, highly implore you to watch RWBY. Volume 4 is set up to be very interesting. Really, no one knows what the fuck's going to happen, because the way that Volume 3 ended, it kind of left us completely just like, whoa. So if you guys want to watch that series, I highly recommend it. It gets better every volume. You know, Volume 1 is pretty average. Volume 2, it gets a lot better. It becomes very interesting. And Volume 3 is incredible. Like, Volume 3, it blew me away. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Flaming Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. And I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.